Can a selfish and self-centered content creator transform her life holistically? This is the Stories of Transformation featuring Miyuni Colliantes. This woman was born and raised in Butuan. She grew up na naka-experience siya ng parang siya yung sentro ng lahat. Parang everyone's taking care of her, parang ganon. It's because, imagine 15 months na operahan na siya and 8 years old na operahan na rin siya. It's because kung hindi gagawin yon, parts of her body hindi na magpo-function or even parang hindi na siya makaka-live in this life. So, at 8 years old, she experienced that kind of situation that's really way different from the usual na na-experience ng childhood ng isang tao. And you know what, growing up, at 8 years old, imagine, ganun na yung nangyari sa buhay mo. Talagang, she had this feeling na siya yung taong kailangan i-take care of. It's because that's the care na binibigay sa kanya ng family, ng school niya, and to everyone na, ay, ganito tong bata na to, so we need na intindihin siya and all. So growing up, naging ganun yung personality niya, na naging self-centered, naging selfish, and wala siyang pakiramdam sa mararamdaman ng ibang tao. Dahil para nga sa kanya, buhay niya yung importante at siya lang ang importante. So with that kind of life and background, na-feel niya na, ay, hindi ako pwede magtrabaho. So, knowing that, paano siya magkakaroon ng career, paano siya kikita ng pera, hindi na siya nag-work. And ang ginawa niya, pinursu niya yung pag-vlog. And you know what? Naging YouTuber siya. As in, super, naging sikat din siya. And naging sikat siya na singer. And talagang kinareer niya yung pagiging ganon. But you know what? Kahit sikat siya at naging number 1 siya sa Spotify Philippines, she's really troubled by her spirit na wala siyang empathy sa tao. To the point na yung mga nakakasama niya sa vlogs niya, parang wala siyang pakialam. Ang kanya ma-pull off, pinakakain niya ng hilaw na itlog kahit nandidiri na yung mga sinasama niya just for her to have contents. And even kulang na lang kumain siya ng bubog. And parang wala siyang care to whatever she will send na message sa mundo. That even gumigimik siya, binavlog niya. Even habang sumusuka siya, binavlog niya. For the sake of contents, for the sake of views. And having this dark moment sa life niya, parang grabe yung naging buhay niya na kung ano-anong vision na yung muntik na mapalapit sa kanya, buti na lang hanggang dasinggera na lang. And then I remember, yung papa niya, sabi niya sa akin na, alam mo, kung hindi ka nakilala ni Monmon, baka ngayon, drug addict na to, o kaya drug pusher. So it may be a joke to me, pero grabe yung impact na nabigay niya sa akin. Na grabe, no? Ito pala yung buhay niya dati. Because as a content creator na walang purpose, walang direksyon kung saan pupunta, talagang yung mga contents niya parang baliwala na lang, bato siya ng bato sa mundo. And then yung kanyang kanta na nag-number 1 sa Spotify, alam niyo yung title, Mga Matay Ratatanan. Ibig sabihin, mamamatay lang naman tayo lahat. Parang ganun. So look at how dark her world was. No? Parang sobrang grabe for you to be able to be inspired to create a song in your darkest moments. So, pandemic came and I've met this woman. Alam mo, nung time na yon, parang ang aloof niya sa tao, hindi siya ganoon ka-confident and kabibo nung moments na yon. It's because parang very new siguro sa kanya yung world na yon, na parang okay lahat. Positive. Kasi imagine from someone from the darkness, and then ilalagay mo sa environment na lahat puro positive, lahat puro hi, hello, and Hindi, yung kumbaga, dati ang nagmamatter sa kanya, inom, lasing, and napunta siya sa world na parang sobrang maaayos naman itong mga tao na to. And then I met her. And then that moment, parang sobrang mahiyain talaga siya. Though napakalaki ng followings niya, ang dami niyang followers. And siya mismo nagsabi, it's because hindi pa siya fulfilled that time. Kahit ang dami niya ng followers. And then she's living in her darkness. She joined us, it's because na-inspire siya kay Jomi Hospital, the one that we call Queen here at Elites Empire, na isang vlogger na na-transform din yung buhay. So sabi niya, why not itry niya? During these moments, nag-try siya mag-handle ng mga leaders niya, but then sabi nga, kung parehas lang yung ugali mo noon at parehas na yung ugali mo ngayon, kahit anong strategy ang gawin mo or pagbabago ng buhay when it comes to skills or physically, yung gawin mo, kung hindi nagbabago yung loob mo, wala pa rin mangyayari. And so, the first trial tested her that nag-handle siya ng leaders and then nakaaway na rin yung iba niyang leaders telling na ito kayo ugali mo, self-centered ka, selfish, and walang empathy. I remember pumunta siya sa bahay and she asked me, itutuloy ko pa ba to? Kasi feeling niya na hindi siya para dito na mag-handle ng team because she felt na hindi ko kayang baguhin yung sarili ko. Kasi ito ako sabi niya. Ito ako, selfish ako What can I do? That was our first mentoring. Nasabi niya, what can I do? I'm selfish, I'm self-centered. I'm this and that. Hindi ko alam paano i-handle sila, ayoko na lang. And it was really a fight or flight para sa kanya. Kasi pwede naman siyang bumalik sa vlogging, bumalik sa Lasinggera era, at sumuka na lang habang nagvo-vlog at marami rin yung views. But you know what? She learned to fight for it. Ang dami nagsasabi sa kanya, ito ugali mo, ito ugali mo. And I remember our mentoring that time na I told her that the best is yet to come. Not in your finances, but sa personality mo. You know, that moment, she doubted herself. Pero luckily, and I'm really so grateful sa kanya, it's because naniwala siya ulit sa sarili niya. Dumating ang point na hindi lang isa yung nawala sa kanya na leader niya, na hinahandle niya, pero 2, 3, 4, hanggang naging heartbreak yun sa kanya. But to every heartbreak that you'll experience, it only means lang na hindi mo pa nakukuha yung tamang timpla, kumbaga. And then, sige, she pursued. Tumuloy, until time came na she duplicated herself to some of her leaders when it comes to skills. Dumarating naman talaga sa point na hahabulin ka kung ano yung kailangan mong matutunan at hindi mo yan pwedeng takasan. So, hinarap sa kanya yung pagkakaroon ng selfishness and pagiging self-centered ng isang tao. Binigyan siya ng tao na ganun din yung ugali, same sa kung ano yung kailangan niyang maayos. Nung hinarapan siya ng tao na ganun din, self-centered din, walang empathy, very loud pa. Si Mioni kasi, Auntie K, she's like that, but she's, silent. Pero yung binigay sa kanya, loud, na ganun. So, it was really a turbulence sa kanyang career until they came to me. And then, ang pinaka na-realize niya nung mentoring na yon was, kung hindi mo to gagawin at hindi mo haharapin, mas marami pang ganito yung ibibigay sa'yo. Mas marami pang taong selfish, taong self-centered yung ibibigay sa'yo until you realize that moment. And then yung time na yun, parang napaisip din siya na, oo nga no, ayoko na mas marami pang dumating na taong ganito. So ako palang babaguhin ko na. Because you know what, in life, I really do believe that you're just given a situation based kung ano ang nagtitrigger sa'yo or kung ano yung kailangan mong baguhin as a person. So, that time, talagang sabi niya, sige, tutuloy ko to. Tuloy. Until dumating pa nga yung point na sabi niya, hindi na ako dyan sa hub. Mag-o-own na lang ako ng condo, ganyan. Mag-o-own ako ng, I live sa IT park in Cebu. It's a business park in Cebu. So, sabi ko, sige, okay, mag-condo ko. Sabi niya kasi doon daw siya nagiging creative and all yung mind niya. Pero isa lang na-realize ko, yes, she'll be creative sa contents niya. She can make a lot of contents. But yung leadership, yung heart, yung empathy, hahabulin pa rin siya. And so, I know that it's gonna happen. Pero talagang inobserve ko lang yung magiging journey niya. Kasi ayoko naman na pilitin yung isang tao na hindi pa fully open kung ano yung kailangan niyang gawin. Time passed by, nandun siya sa condo niya. She was productive. She's getting it. And I'm so happy na I'm just here behind her, seeing her na okay, ito yung nangyayari sa kanya doon. She's maturing and unti-unti nakukuha niya kung ano yung gusto niya for her progress and for her foundation para sa next level niya. Time came, may calling. May calling for a higher purpose. She became part of the top 20 of the company and lumalaki na yung kanyang team. It means that when your team is growing, ikaw din as a person, your heart is growing, your mind is growing, your soul, mas lumalaki yung energetic field mo kasi sobrang dami mo ng taong binibless or sineshare ng pagkatao mo. And so, natuwa ako because nung mentoring namin, one mentoring again, wow, ang dami kasi naming times na nakapag-mentoring kami. There was one mentoring na ang binanggit ko sa kanya, here's the solution, you need to go back to the hub, feel the leaders, meet the leaders for you to feel their hearts. Kasi iba kapag ikaw lang mag-isa and you're from afar, iba rin pag nakakasama mo sila araw-araw. So dun siya nagkaroon ng mas malalim na empathy, mas magandang personality nung na-try niyang makasama yung leaders niya. But then, after feeling it, after trying it, may time din siya na ayoko na dito sa hub. Na parang ayoko na kasi iba-ibang klaseng tao and all. Sabi ko nako, hindi bagay sa'yo. And I'm really so proud of Miuni kasi every time na may mentoring kami ngayon, wala na siyang resistance. Because I can still remember before, nung bago siya nagkaroon ng show, which is The Gandang Gabi Day, ayaw na ayaw niya talaga. Talagang hindi ko alam kung anong seremonyas o ritual na gagawin ko para lang mapa-oo siya for her to have her own show. Kasi for me, when you have your own show sa team, it means na it's a different version of you eh. Iba na yun eh. You're doing something for the team, not only to your own team, but for the whole team na kumbaga hindi ka naman magbe-benefit dyan or what. Eh, I see her as someone na hindi ko gagawin dyan, magkanong kita ko dyan. Parang ganun. Kasi nga kahit kumikita na siya nung time na yon, meron pa rin kumbaga natitira na selfishness. Kaya pagka minsan magsaserve siya, at para saan ba yan? Magkano kita ko dyan? Magkano kikitain ko? So, gano'n nag-evolve yung personality niya. Sabi ko, bigyan ko to ng show, which is The Gandang Gabi Day. And then, doon na-practice, na-exercise yung pagkatao niya talaga. Sobrang lumalim siya. And nakita ko na she's really enjoying and having fun serving other people with or without kapalit. And talagang sobrang fulfilling din to see someone from her darkest moment na makapunta sa ganong klaseng transformation. Talagang naging holistic siya. Pero nung moment na yon, when I asked her, pwede ka bang maging host ng GGD at ibabalik natin? It's because nung pandemic, when she's rising, sabi ko, bigyan kita ng show. Kasi ilan pa lang yung mga earners namin. So, nag-show na sila ng Gandang Gabi Day before. Pero, that was the shortest program or show of Elite's Empire. Kasi first show pa lang nila, sabi ko, wag na yan, wag yan. Ganun ako na ganun sa JC. Kasi parang hindi siya makapag-connect sa tao, nambubuli lang siya ng mga guests nung time na yon. Kaya ako sa GC, wag yan. Kaya nung moment na in-offer ko ulit na merong GGD, that was after 3 years, no? Well, 3 years naman, ang dami na nagbago sa kanya, definitely. So after 3 years, sabi ko mag-GGD ka ulit. And you know what? Ayun na nga. Kakaibang Miuni Colliantes yung nakita sa screen. Kakaibang aura yung na-radiate niya sa screen. Because to every show that you're gonna do, I do believe that you emit a certain kind of energy eh. If hindi okay, nako, hindi talaga magiging effective ang show. But if okay ang energy mo, you'll really get to the intention and the purpose of that show. So, it was really such an amazing experience for Miyuni na doon niya nakita yung breakthrough of having empathy sa mga tao. Doon niya na overcome. And then seeing her right now, sabi niya pa dati, alis ba ako sa hub or dito lang? But right now, siya bumili ng aircon para sa hub nila na dati pakain daw sa mga kasama niya sa vlog. Parang di niya magawa na parang ba't kita mo pakainin? Parang ganon. Buti nga nakasama ka sa vlog ko. Yung mga ganyan. From that kind of personality to someone na siya ang nagluto. Wow, no? Pinahandaan niya talaga. Siya ba nagluto or nag-marinate lang? O nagpaypay? Nang inihaw. Pero it's the thought na it's for you guys. Parang ganon. And dati, iniisip niya na kaya ko naman na humataw mag-isa. Ba't kita iduduplicate, no? Na parang, will I bother pa ba na i-train sila? Kaya na nila yan. Ako nga, ginawa ko siya mag-isa. So talagang grabe yung naging transformation sa kanya na lumawak yung puso niya. And dati, hindi daw siya nagpa-pray. Wala siyang spirituality na tinatawag sa buhay niya. But right now, na-appreciate niya yung mga yon. And I do believe that it's not only me, but it's her surroundings as well. It's the people whom she's talking to, and I'm just here initiating the things that she needs to know. And naniniwala ako, nasa mga kasama niya pa rin yun. And it's her choice, it's her decision para baguhin yung buhay niya. And her results, napaka-sarap i-enjoy. It's because, alam mo yung nagkaroon ka ng resulta ng buong-buo yung pagkatao mo. And Miyuni Colliantes even experienced being in different countries na siya mismo nag-provide. Hindi siya yung tinawagan sa pagiging vlogger. Pero siya talaga yung nag-provide. Na-experience niya yung mga high class na mga travels. And not only that, she's driving her car. And alam mo kung ano yung mas nakaka-impress and nakaka-amaze? Is siya naman ang nag-give back sa family niya. Kung dati siya yung inaalagaan ng papa niya na dapat dito, take care ka dito. Ngayon, siya nag-aalaga sa papa niya, no? Na pumunta pa ng Cebu, tinreat niya rin dito ng mga mamahaling hotel, pinag-shopping niya, and to her family, she's really a great blessing sa kanilang lahat. And I know na from that dark moments, talagang nakatawid siya into the light. That right now, she's living her life so beautifully, so peacefully, and full of purpose. Na hindi lang siya ang naiisip niya at natutulungan niya, hindi lang pamilya niya, pero pati yung buong grupo niya.
I wanted to emphasize the fact that I was diagnosed with scoliosis 15 months pa lang ako. So I was even, nag-undergo po ako ng operation 15 months pa po ako kasi hindi na nga ako makalakad. And right after that, akala namin okay na. Pero yung spinal cord ko kasi mas nag-curve siya. So at the age of 8, need ko na ang mag-emergency operation for me na malagyan ng bakal yung likod ko to even just prevent yung mangyayari sa spinal cord ko. So at that time, hindi ko naman iniisip talaga. Growing up, hindi ko iniisip na I am someone with a disability. Hindi ko yan iniisip. Kasi I was really filled with love eh. Even nga ako, if nakikita nyo, hindi naman to pantay tong skin ko. Hindi siya parang flawless na fair skin talaga. Para siyang ika nga, sabi nga ng papa ko, hinilihi daw ako sa tuyo. So every time I'm in my school, my classmates would ask me, why do you look like that? Why do you have that kind of skin? And sabi ng mom ko sa akin, every time na may magtanong sa akin yan, my mom told me, may script nang binigay yung mama ko. Sabi niya sa akin, tell your classmates that God loves you so much that He only gave that kind of skin to you. So yan yung script ko sa mga classmates ko na God loves me so much. Ganun yung script ko. So hindi ko talaga siya iniisip na I'm a PWD kasi I was able to even join them with the extracurricular na mga activities, PE, nakakapagsabay naman din ako. Right after din, nung mas nahalata na yung form ko, when I was in high school, I have already tried being bullied. Yung literal, na bully ka talaga, na even when you walk in the classroom, even when you walk in the hall of the school, ay may sisigaw na dyan. No, kahit wala naman din akong ginagawa. So I have experienced that kind of bullying. And it really questioned me na, why am I born this way? Ba't ba ganito, Papa? Can we do something about it? May pera ka naman, di ba? So I have tried that. Pero sabi ko, God created me this way for a purpose. So I have, hindi naman talagang urada, no? It was really a process. Pero right there and then, when I was in college, I have accepted the fact na I was born this way. I needed to love myself kasi sino namang maglalove sa akin kundi sarili ko lang din. Sino namang mag-a-uplift sa akin kundi sarili ko lang din. So when I was in college, if may magbubuli sa akin, if may sasabihin sa itsura ko, ay, wala, hindi na ako magiging affected yan. Kumbaga, bulletproof na ako kasi yan yung pinanghawakan ko eh. Kasi for me, create naman to ni God lahat. No, He created the stars, He created everything, lahat-lahat sa buong mundo create niya. And it's all beautiful. He even created the oceans. And I believe that He also created me. So who am I to question Him if I'm beautiful or not? Yan yung pinanghawakan ko during college. So right there and then, sabi ko, gusto kong mag-try ng magiging vlogger ako. Gusto kong mag-content creator. And wala naman din nag-question sa akin, talaga? Ikaw talaga yung content creator sa lahat-lahat? Sabi ko, gusto ko tong gawin. I want to inspire you that despite of everything that has happened to me, may operation ako 15 months pa lang. Twice na po akong naoperahan, may bakal na po yung likod ko. I have experienced being bullied massively. But still, I believed in myself na kaya kong gawin yung mga gusto ko. Kaya kong i-achieve yung mga gusto kong i-achieve sa buhay, may goals ako. Kaya when I thought of being a content creator, nag-start ako. Nag-boom yung mga content ko. I became an inspiration. Nagkaroon tayo ng influence sa social media. Kaya I want to inspire you that don't think na you are not worthy enough to do the things that you want. And don't even think na limited ka. Kasi baka isipin, baka mas limited pa ako when it comes to my physical strength rather than you. Kaya yan lang yung gusto kong sabihin na even though ganun yung na-experience ko, I still believe in myself. I see potential in me. I know that I am worthy sa lahat ng gusto ko. I know that I can be a very good influence. Alam ko na may impact din akong mabibigay sa mundo. I know that I will be an inspiration. So yun lang, I wasn't really clinging to the fact that I was a person with disability, but I was holding on to the fact din that I am a person with determination.
Hold on to that feeling.
So that has been the inspiring story of transformation of Miuni Colliantes, who has been a self-centered and selfish content creator to right now a grateful and empowered person. You can really change your life na no matter kung anong programming yung kinalakihan mo, always remember that it's not your past that defines you. Kasi yung iba sinasabi, childhood trauma ko to, kaya ito nangyari sa akin. Past experience ko kasi ganito yung nangyari, kaya ito ako. Always remember, your past, hindi yan yung nagbibigay ng identity mo ngayon, but what's giving your identity is your perspective, it's your mindset, it's your circle. And please, be in the circle of positivity and transformation. Be with the circle na maayos mag-isip, because always remember, your identity is what you perceive yourself to be.